हेलो। कैसे हैं आप सभी लोग? आई थिंक सभी लोग अच्छे होंगे। और मैं आज स्टार्ट करूंगा, अभी जस्ट हमारी क्लास है और मैं इसमें पढ़ाने वाला हूँ टाइप्स ऑफ मैट्रिसेस। ये एनसीईआरटी में एक्सरसाइज 3.3 है, क्लास 12th है। और इसमें टाइप्स ऑफ मैट्रिसेस और उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम्स हैं और ट्रांसपोज ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स, ये चीज़ क्या होती है, कैसे डील करते हैं, ये सब हम इस लेक्चर में देखेंगे। सो आप क्लास को ज्वाइन कर लीजिए सभी लोग और क्लास को शेयर करिए सो दैट मोर स्टूडेंट कैन ज्वाइन अस एंड दे कैन आल्सो टेक द एडवांटेज ऑफ दिस क्लास। ओके डियर स्टूडेंट्स। मैं क्लास को शेयर कर देता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स को सो दैट मोर स्टूडेंट्स कैन ज्वाइन अस, राइट। ओके, सो सभी लोग आई थिंक आ जाने दीजिए लोगों को। है ना, लोगों को आ जाने दीजिए, फिर क्लास को रिज्यूम करते हैं। ओके, सो स्टार्ट करते हैं हम यहाँ पर। टाइप्स ऑफ मैट्रिसेस स्टार्ट करेंगे। देखो क्या होता है यहाँ पे। अब्बास खान, यस है। कैसे हैं आप अब्बास खान जी? हाउ आर यू डियर? Am I audible to you? Can you hear me? यस अब्बास खान। बेटा अभी मैं 45 मिनट्स आपको टाइप्स ऑफ मैट्रिक्स पढ़ाएंगे और ट्रेस मीन्स ट्रांसपोज ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स हो ये पढ़ाऊंगा। फिर क्लास 8 से दूसरी क्लास होगी, है ना, उसमें पढ़ाएंगे आपको इंटीग्रेशन। एनसीईआरटी क्लास 12 मैथमेटिक्स में पढ़ाएंगे एक्सरसाइज 7.4। तो प्लीज आप क्लास को शेयर कर दीजिए और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए और अपने फ्रेंड्स को बता दीजिए, वो भी क्लास को ज्वाइन कर लें। क्लास की लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए अपने ग्रुप पे। आपके व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप होगा, फेसबुक ग्रुप होगा, इंस्टा होगा, तो सभी लोग अपनी क्लास को शेयर कर दीजिए। क्लास बहुत अच्छी होने वाली है, बस आप लोग आराम से पढ़िएगा। अब्बास खान, समझ में आ रहा है आपको? कहां से हैं आप? क्लास शेयर कर दिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए बहुत लोग। तो आज हम पढ़ाते हैं यहाँ पर टाइप्स ऑफ मैट्रिसेस। क्या पढ़ाएंगे यहाँ? टाइप्स ऑफ मैट्रिसेस पढ़ाएंगे। सर बट मैं 11th का स्टूडेंट हूँ, बट यू डू वेरी वेल। ऐसे लगे हो सर, बाय। हम तो लगे हैं ना। आप 11th में हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है ना, पढ़ लीजिए, चलेगा। ट्रिग्नोमेट्री अभी मैंने ट्रिग्नोमेट्री आपकी मैंने पूरी करा रखी है अपने चैनल पे। सो आप क्लास 12 के स्टूडेंट को शेयर कर दीजिए, आप भी शेयर कर दीजिए क्लास को, वो भी ज्वाइन कर ले, ठीक है? कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, 11 12 सब चलेगा। आप 11th के स्टूडेंट्स हो, वो भी चलेगा। ओके, सो आते हैं हम यहाँ पे, पढ़ते हैं आज। क्या पढ़ेंगे यहाँ पे? पढ़ेंगे हम लोग टाइप्स ऑफ मैट्रिसेस। क्या पढ़ेंगे? टाइप्स ऑफ मैट्रिसेस। टाइप्स ऑफ मैट्रिसेस पढ़ने वाले हैं, ठीक है? अब टाइप्स ऑफ मैट्रिसेस में एक टॉपिक आता है इसके अंदर में, उससे बोलते हैं ट्रांसपोज ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स। क्या बोलते हैं? ट्रांसपोज ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स। अब्बास जी चले गए? ट्रांसपोज ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स, ठीक है? यस लैरिक्स, हेलो जी, कैसे हैं आप? सो आई थिंक सभी को क्लास को शेयर कर दीजिए और लाइक कर दीजिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए सभी लोग फॉर लेटेस्ट इंफॉर्मेशन। मैं डेली यहाँ पे आता हूँ लाइव और आपको आराम से पढ़ाता हूँ, ठीक है? सो आज हम सीखेंगे क्या? ट्रांसपोज ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स। ट्रांसपोज क्या होता है बताते हैं, देखो। सपोज हमारे पास एक मैट्रिक्स है, लेट कैपिटल ए मैट्रिक्स है यहाँ पर, 1 2 -1 0 1 4, ये मैट्रिक्स है, ठीक है? ये क्या है? मैट्रिक्स है। इस मैट्रिक्स का ऑर्डर बताइए कितना है बेटा? इसमें देखो ये R1, इससे पहला R1 ये रो है, और ये R2 है, क्या है? R, ठीक है? और ये उससे बोलते हैं C1 पहला कॉलम, C2 ये C3, 3 कॉलम हो गए। What topic are we studying today? Alex, we are going to study here types of matrices and transpose of a matrix. After 1 hour, we will deal integration of a function by using partial fraction. Right? So we have 2 classes continue from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So don't worry, don't go anywhere. Please share and subscribe the channel and stay here. So now the order of the matrix is Larix is 2 cross 3. 2 means this first number shows number of rows, and the second number shows here number of columns. Okay, Larix ji. So this is number of rows, number one. So order of the matrix is 2 cross 3. Okay. Now the transpose of a matrix, write down the transpose. Just enjoy transpose of the matrix capital A, right? इज इक्वल टू, नाउ आप देखो क्या करते हैं, इन केस ऑफ ट्रांसपोज ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स नंबर ऑफ रोज एंड कॉलम इन दोनों को इंटरचेंज कर देते हैं। क्या करते हैं? इंटरचेंज। सो देखो ये R1 है ना, R1 फर्स्ट रो है, ये बन जाएगा पहला कॉलम। सो 1 2 -1 ये बन गया। दैट इज R2 सेकंड रो है ना, ये बन जाएगा सेकंड कॉलम। R1 goes to C1 and R2 goes to C2, right? So this is 0 1 4. So order of this matrix is to 3 rows 2 columns, 3 cross 2. Now you can see this is R1, this is R2 and this is R3, this is C1 and C2. Now you can see the order of the matrix, original matrix is 2 cross 3, but the order of the transposed matrix is 3 cross 2. So number of rows changed with number of columns and number of columns will be changed with number of rows, right? Now transpose of a matrix, write down transpose of a matrix is denoted by A dash, or can say A prime, or A transpose. T stand for transpose is equal to, this is what, 1 2 -1 0 1. So that is the matrix. Alex, can you did you understand? Are you there? So now this is a transpose of a matrix. Now we will see some more examples of transpose of a matrix. Now see, suppose we have matrix a capital A is equal to 1 4 -1 0. Okay, Alex, thank you for responding. 3 2 1 -4 3. Now this is the matrix, right? 3 cross 3. Now you can see here number of rows here, number of columns, number of rows. So this is R1, R2 and R3, and this is C1, C2 and C3. This is a square matrix. In a square matrix we have number of rows equal to number of columns. Okay, now see, so now the question is what? Question is, what is the transpose of it? What is the transpose of it? What is the transpose of it? So transpose of A dash, or you can say A transpose, T stand transpose, is equal to, I told you this concept in the last column, R1 goes to C1, R1, now R1 goes to C1, so this becomes 1 4 -1, okay, and R2 goes to C2, that is 0 3 2, and R3 goes to C3, so we have 1 -4 3. Now this is also 3 cross 3 matrix, but in case of square matrix, the transposed matrix and the original matrix both have same orders, both have same orders. So I think you all understood. Say yes or no if you understood. So I think you understood the concept of transpose. So they change their positions with others. Yeah. You can also replace C1 by R1, C2 by R2 and C3 by R3. Answer will be same, no change. Lorex. Larex, can you hear me? Now you understood? Either you are means going to replace R1 to C1, R2 to C2, and R3 to C2, or you can also change R1 by C1, R2 by C2, and R3 by C3. Or you can just reverse the order. Means C1 goes to R1, C2 goes to R2, and C3 goes to R3. You can do that. Okay, understood. Thank you. So now from this we explain the concept transpose by taking two examples. Now we proceed ourselves to types of matrices. Now, so first matrix. Now first matrix I am taking here zero matrix. Zero matrix. Zero matrix. So now you have to understand what is zero matrix. What is zero matrix? Now a matrix of order n cross n is said to be a zero matrix if all the elements of the matrix are zero. Rn, are you in the class? Nayan, are you in the class? Okay, now, so what is zero matrix? A matrix of order n cross n is said to be a zero matrix if all the elements, or you can say all the entries, or all the entries of the matrix are zero, right? Now, let for example easy, A is equal to, we are taking here 0, 0, 0. This is what? Zero matrix of order 2 cross 2. Now you can see here R1 is first column, R2 is second column, R1 is first row, R2 is second row, and C1 first column. So now this is a zero matrix of order 2 cross 2. Now I think you all understood. If any problem you can ask me, you can do comment, I will take your doubt. Now let a matrix of 3 cross 3 order, let me write the examples of 3 cross 2 matrix. Let A is equal to, I am writing a 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so now this is a zero matrix of order 3 cross 3. Similarly, you can extend the concept for zero matrix of order 4 cross 4, zero matrix of order 5 cross 5, zero matrix of order 100 cross 100, no problem. You can extend as much as you can, right? So now you understood the concept of zero matrix. I think you don't have any problem regarding that. Okay, Larex, thank you. Please like the class and share the class, subscribe the channel so that more students can join us. Right? You can also share the class through your Facebook account, through your Insta account, and you can also share my class through your WhatsApp status as well. And you can also put your story by taking the link of my channel. Yes, you can do if you want to support me, right? You know very well at this stage we need the support as much as you can, so do that, right? Thank you. So this is the zero matrix Now next types of matrix we see here. I think yeah, rectangular matrix. Rectangular matrix. Now just see, a matrix capital A is said to be a rectangular matrix if number of rows does not equal to the number of columns, right? अगर किसी मैट्रिक्स में नंबर ऑफ रोज does not equal to number of columns, then matrix is said to rectangular matrix. Now see example. E.g. we have capital A is equal to, we have 1, 2, 3, right? So we have B is equal to, we can write here 1, 4, minus 1, 0, 4, 3. We have C is equal to, we can write here 1, 1, 0, 4, 3, 7. Okay, and also we have D example is 1, 4, 5. Now you can see in all these examples the number of rows does not equal to number of columns. You can see just here. In first example, that is matrix A is of row first and column is 3. So this the order of A is 1 cross 3. Did you understood? Did you understood, guys? Did you understand, dear? Okay, I think you all understood. You don't have any problem. Yeah, I'm just watching the comments. If any students raise a hand or any have doubt, so I will take that doubt, right? No problem. Now see, in case of B, we have 2 rows. You can see here R1, R2, C1, C2 and C3. So we have 2 rows, 3 columns. Now again in this example, the number of rows does not equal to number of columns. So this example of local RX, no problem. Thank you. So in case of B, this is also a rectangular matrix. Now come to the example C. Now in case of C, that is, this is R1, R2 and R3. This is column C1 and C2. Now you can see here number of rows equal to 3, number of columns that is 2. Okay. Now in this case you can write here number of rows 3, number of columns 2. So 3 does not equal to 2. So this is also a rectangular matrix. हाँ सर, मैंने 11th में नहीं पढ़ा हूँ, क्या करूँ? तजीम FF गेमर, don't worry तजीब जी, don't worry, I am here to help you, don't worry anywhere. I am taking, मैं डेली क्लास यहाँ लेता हूँ 2 घंटे 1 घंटे डेली 8 से 9. आज जल्दी आ गया हूँ तो 2 क्लास लूंगा, ठीक है? तो जितना मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ उतना पढ़ लीजिए, आप 100% पास होंगे, चाहे आप किसी भी बोर्ड के हों, स्टेट बोर्ड से हों, CBSE किसी भी बोर्ड हो. डोंट वरी, अगर आप मेरे स्टूडेंट हैं, आप हमें डेली फॉलो कर रहे हैं, डेली मेरी क्लास देख रहे हैं, तो मैं जिम्मेदारी लेता हूं आपको पास कराने की. ठीक है, सभी लोग क्लास को शेयर कर दिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए और क्लास को लाइक कर दीजिए. ठीक है तजीम, बात समझ में आ गई? सो आराम से पढ़िए, मैंने बहुत सारे लेक्चर अपलोड कर रखे हूँ और डेली मैं लाइव आता हूँ, आराम से पढ़िए, ठीक है? कोई चार्ज नहीं लगेगा आपको, बिल्कुल कोचिंग ऐसा पढ़ाया जाएगा, डोंट वरी, ठीक है? नाउ अब आते हैं नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल नंबर डी पे। तो डी में देखो क्या है, दिस इज R1। ओके ओके तजीब जी, सो प्लीज क्लास को शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब द चैनल, और शेयर कर दीजिए, लाइक कर दीजिए, सो दैट अगर आपके फ्रेंड्स हैं तजीब जी, अगर आपके बहुत सारे फ्रेंड्स होंगे, है ना, उनको भी क्लास को लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए, अभी जस्ट क्लास को शेयर कर दीजिए सभी लोग अपने फेसबुक में, चैनल में, आईडी में, पेज में, और व्हाट्सएप पे, इंस्टा पे, हर जगह क्लास को शेयर कर दीजिए। फेसबुक में मैं गणित साला नाम से मेरा फेसबुक है, आप उसमें मुझे फॉलो कर लीजिए। इंस्टा पे भी हूं मैं गणित साला नाम से, वहां भी फॉलो कर लीजिए, राइट? तो गणित साला जहां भी है वहां मैं हूं, ठीक है? नाउ आते हैं एग्जाम्पल नंबर डी पे। देखो डी में क्या है, फर्स्ट टू R1, R2, ये है R2, ठीक है? सो नंबर ऑफ रोज कितना है, 3, और ये C1 क्या है, कॉलम एक ही है, तो बन जाएगा 3 क्रॉस 1। ओके तजीब जी, थैंक यू। I need the support that you all can give us, right? That is what I need from all of you, right? So देखो, I think you all understood the concept of rectangular matrix. The rectangular matrix is that in which the number of rows does not equal to number of columns. This is a simple definition of rectangular matrix. Now we are going to move next definition, that is called what? Square matrix. That is called square matrix. Okay, now see, a square matrix, okay, a square matrix capital A is said to be, a matrix capital A matrix capital A is said to be square if number of rows equals to number of columns. ये समझ में आ गई? If any matrix which have number of rows is equal to number of column, that matrix is called square matrix. So that matrix is called square matrix. Okay, I think you all understood the definition. Now let's see some examples of square matrix. Now we have capital A is equal to 1 minus 1 0 1, capital B is equal to 1 4 7 2 4 0 3 minus 1 0 1, capital C is equal to 1 minus 1 1 4. Okay Alex, thank you. 2 4. Please if you are understood say yes, if you are not understood please just tell me, I will explain this again. 3 5 7 6 1 0 5 1 8. Now you can see here in first example, that is A, we have 2 rows and 2 columns. Let me write, this is R1 first row and this is R2 first row and this is C1, this is C. So we have 2 rows and 2 columns. Now see, in example number B, we have 3 rows, 3 columns. You can see, let me write. This is R1, R2, R3, and that is C1, C2, and C3. Okay. Now come to the last example, that is example number C. In case of C, this is order of 4 cross 4. You can see here number of rows and number of columns both are equal, that is 4 and 4. You can write here this first row R1 is there, R2, R3, R4, this is C1, C2, C3 and C4. Now I think you understood the example of square matrix as well. Okay, just give me 1 minute, let me drink the water because I just got thirst. Equal row not equal column, dear learners. I am talking about number of rows and number of columns are equal, not elements are equal. Getting a point? In case of square matrix, we have the same number of rows and same number of columns, right? But I am not saying that the elements are same in row and column. Getting a point? Okay, Tajib ji. Okay. Now we see the next definition. That is 4 डाल देते हैं last. Okay, so in case of 4, I am going to explain here what is row matrix. Row matrix. What is row matrix? Okay. A row matrix, a matrix capital A is said to be a row matrix if it has a single row. Getting a point? A matrix capital A is said to be a row matrix if it has a single row. Now see, I am talking about what? I am talking about it has single row. I am not telling the number of columns. So number of columns may be 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 6, as much as you can increase. But there must be single row. Okay? Means number of rows equal to 1. Let me write some few examples so that you can understand better the row matrix. Is that clear? Now, just see here. Okay, so easy example. Okay, now see. We have capital A is equal to 1. Now, this is also a row matrix. Why? Because there is one row. Column you can increase, but there must be single row. Now I am writing B. B is equal to 1, 2. C is equal to 0, -1, 1, 4, 5. And D is equal to, we have 1, 5, 6, 8, 10, -1, 0. Now these are the examples of row matrix. You can see here the order of matrix B is 1 row, 2 columns. The order of the matrix is C is 1 row and 5 columns. The order of matrix D is 1 row. How many columns we have? 4, 3, 7. Let me recall you. Now this is R1, this is C1. Larix, I think you all understood the example that I'm telling you. Hi, my mysterious. Yeah. Hello. How are you, dear? You all understood the concepts? Yeah, mysterious. Yes. Okay. Okay. So this is R1. Again, you can write C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, and C7. So I think you all are sharing my class, right? Yeah, I know very well you all have your friends. So please share the channel so that more students can join us, right? We will study together, and daily at 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. I will informing these schedule my classes through my channel. So now I think you understood what is row matrix. You understood what is row matrix. Now we will see next types of matrix, that is called number 5, column matrix. Column matrix. Time of class 8 p.m. daily, and sometimes when I have time I will take 2 classes from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. and 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Right? I will daily post on my YouTube channel. You can go there, go through that. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe so that you can take the daily notification. So column matrix, and you can also join my class with more friends, right? Friends, colleagues, batchmates, they can also study with you, right? So now I am going to explain what is column matrix. Okay, let's see. A matrix capital A is said to be a column matrix is said to be a column matrix if it has a single column, right? Now again, in this definition I am not going to explain what is the number of rows. So number of rows may be 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, but column must be 1. Now let me write few examples of column matrix. Okay, let's see. I am writing here 2 P 1 minus 1 C 1 2 3 4 D 1 minus 1 4 5 6. Now in all cases I put here number of column is 1. You can check here, this is R1 and this is C1. Out of this matrix is 1 cross 1. Now in case of B, this is R1 and this is R2. Now you can say this is C1. The order of this matrix is 2 cross 1. Number of rows is 2 and number of column is 1. Now in case of C, this is R1, R2, R3 and R4, and this is column is C1. Okay, So now you can check here, number of rows is 4 and number of column is 1. So the order of this matrix is 4 cross 1. Now come to D. In case of D, you can check here, this is R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5. Now this is single column. You can check the order of the matrix is 5 cross 1. The number of rows is 5 and number of columns is 1. So order of the matrix is 5 cross 1. Now I think all understood the concept of column matrix. Have you any problem? Okay, you understood. Thank you. Okay, so now you understood the column matrix, row matrix, square matrix, and transpose of a matrix. These concepts I told you. Now, come to the next concept. So, concept number 6, that is called a diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix. That is called diagonal matrix. Now, in this case, what is diagonal matrix? Let me tell you. I think you have gone through the concept of square matrix, right? I told you here. A matrix capital A is said to be a diagonal matrix if it has elements along the diagonal and rest of the elements are zero. A matrix A is said to be diagonal matrix if it has elements along the diagonal and rest of the elements are zero. This is the very simple definition I put there before all of you. You just go through that. If understood, just say yes. Right? Now, I will explain this definition by taking some examples. Just write down one example. So let me write one example on this sheet. Capital A is equal to, I am writing here, 0 matrix. This is also diagonal matrix. And if I am writing here capital B is equal to 1, this is also diagonal matrix. I am writing C, this is also diagonal matrix. Okay. Now let me write some example. Capital D is equal to, I am writing here 1, 1 and 0, 0. This is the diagonal matrix. And this is what? The diagonal. This is what? The diagonal of the matrix. So in this case, we have the elements right along the diagonal other elements are 0. But don't worry, I am going to tell you more thing about this. Along the diagonal, elements may be 0. Elements may be 0. I am taking example DE. E is equal to 0, 0, 0. This is also a diagonal matrix. This is also diagonal matrix. Why? Because non-diagonal elements. What? Non-diagonal elements. These are called non-diagonal elements. These are called non-diagonal elements which are 0. Which are 0. So this is also example of diagonal matrix. Let me write some more examples. Capital F is equal to, I am writing here, 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now this is the diagonal element, diagonal matrix. Now you can see here, along this diagonal, we have non-zero elements and rest of the elements are 0. So this is the also example of a diagonal matrix. Let EF now write on capital G. Capital G I am writing here 1, 0, minus 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And this is also a diagonal matrix because in this case we have elements at and other elements are 0. So in case of diagonal elements, you have to look non-diagonal elements. If all the non-diagonal elements are 0, if all the non-diagonal elements are 0, then matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix. I think you all understood. Lorex and Tajim, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lorex and Tajib, can you understood? Did you understand? Getting a point? If yes, give you a thumbs up. Let me repeat again. In case of diagonal elements, you have to look for the non-diagonal elements. If all the non-diagonal elements are 0, then matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix. Can you repeat it again? Yeah, Lorex. Let me repeat it again. If a matrix capital A is said to be a diagonal matrix if all the non-diagonal elements are 0. If all the non-diagonal elements are 0, that matrix is called diagonal element. Let me write one more example. Suppose we have capital H is equal to, we have 1, 0, 0. We have 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, this matrix is not a diagonal matrix. You know why? Because in case of diagonal element, diagonal matrix, all the non-diagonal elements are 0, but this 1 is non-diagonal element, but this is not 0. So this matrix is not be a diagonal matrix. Alex, now you understood? Tajim, did you understand? Okay, Alex. Now, so we completed here diagonal elements. Diagonal matrix we completed here. Now, we come to the next one. Next concept, that is 7. Scalar matrix. We write here scalar matrix. We write here scalar matrix. So what is scalar matrix? Let me tell you. A matrix a matrix capital A is said to be a scalar matrix capital A is said to be a scalar matrix if it has O differentiation not dealing here logics. We will do integration after this class, right? Because I think I am going to yesterday complete it, right? So please give me some means 15 to 20 minutes more so that we can complete this means matrix. The Rx it will work. After that we will start here the integration. Exercise 7.4 NCERT mathematics. Class 12. So a matrix capital A is said to be a scalar matrix if it has if it contains all the elements equal along the diagonal. Okay, so this is called scalar matrix. A matrix capital is said to be a scalar matrix if it contains all the elements equal along the diagonal. Now let's see examples here. Easy. I am telling here A is equal to, right? Okay. Just make it clear. I think I just skip one word here. Let me write. Or diagonal matrix. Our diagonal matrix capital A is said to be scalar matrix. Now it is clear. Now our diagonal matrix, so we will write here this A, sorry, 1, 1, 0, 0. Now this is a scalar matrix. This is example of scalar matrix. You know why? Because we have all the elements are equal along the diagonal. Now you can say we have this is all elements are same. Also we write here A is equal to, sorry, next example I am writing here B. We will do here 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0. So these all elements are equal along the diagonal. This is what? Scalar matrix. Now let's see example C. We have 2, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now this is also example of a scalar matrix. Why? Because along the diagonal all elements are equal. Next, D is you can write here 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, wait a minute, 0, 0, 0. And now you can see here this is a scalar matrix, you know, because along this principal diagonal, sorry, I made a mistake here. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now clear? Again, this is the order of 5 cross 5. This is the order of 2 cross 2. This is the order of 3 cross 3. This is the order of 3 cross 3. Now these all are scalar matrix. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, no problem. You can just watch the recorded lecture, right? Now this is a scalar matrix we completed here. So dear students, we are not going to complete here. Means we are not doing here. We'll continue with scalar matrix. Now after 2 minutes, just give me 2 minutes. We'll start next lecture that is based on integration. And lyrics, after scalar matrix, 2 concepts are left, 2 or 3 concepts. So we will do in the next class, right? I will inform you when I will do, right? So thank you all of you. God bless you all. We'll meeting you after just 2 minutes, okay? With new class that is based on integration. Thank you.